All right. I feel like doing a message, getting one, giving one, receiving one, basically for Divine Masculine. We're going to just run through it and see what comes out. Okay, so these three popped real quick. Potential, journey, and suspended. Okay, let's keep going with this. So definitely Divine Masculine right now are feeling as though this journey that they're on, this limitless kind of like, if with this potential, I feel like they're feeling like, what is actually happening, because things are suspended right now. Like a lot of things are still unknown. There's maybe a lot of different opportunities being thought of or presented or just considered while there's this suspended in this suspense. Also, with the spider, it's like, what can you create? Like your web is like, what is happening with your potential in this journey? Like what I think that DMs are thinking about right now. Like, what am I going to make as I'm here suspended? Let's get some kind of overall emotions and feelings, DM. As you're suspended in this journey, innocent, I swear I didn't do it. So they're definitely, I don't know, maybe like not victim mentality, but just feeling like maybe pure about it. Okay, we got committed, until death do us part isn't enough. And lies, I can't seem to do what's right. Manipulation, I know what you want. Okay, so definitely I feel like DMs are just like, through this suspense right now, really just thinking about all the potentials in their journey. Maybe reminiscing on things like the times when they were innocent, the times where they were lying, the times where they manipulated, the times they were committed. Like this suspense really has them thinking about like, what have I made? What am I making? Where am I going on this journey? What is my potential? Where was my potential? This card looks interesting too, because maybe everything on the outside ain't as good as the inside. So you think its potential is there and it's not. Since some of these emotions that are coming out is like innocent, committed, lies, manipulation. It's just like, I think DMs are really just sitting there considering a lot of their contributions to their journey. Like this is, everybody needs to take accountability for themselves. You know what I mean? Like if you're an adult, even I think there's a certain age that some teenagers can take responsibility for themselves, of what you are making. If you're conscious and you're guided towards that, like there's, unfortunately, there's some people still on their journey that, they're 60 years old still, lies and manipulation are their thing. But I think, anyways, getting back to the DM, for example, this suspension and the potential of these journeys is just like, like I didn't do it, I didn't do it. But then again, it was like, I can't seem to do what's right. There were times that was like, I couldn't do what was right. I just couldn't get it right. And you know what? Maybe I had to manipulate it, because I was committed to getting through it. Or maybe the potential of it turned out not to be so great, but because I was so committed, I stuck with it, is what I'm hearing. But it was like, everyone has to take accountability, I think, and that's what it is right now, is the Divine Masculine is looking at themselves like in suspense, like, damn, I really can't do anything about certain situations, or maybe I just can no longer pretend certain potential is not really what it is, Let's keep going, get some more emotions. PM, what's going on? Oh gosh, okay. Let's take this one. Foolish. I've made a fool of myself. Okay. I think it's also like, it's just kind of really hard for divine masculine to just be sitting in suspense and considering their journey, like where they've come from, how they've come this far. To be honest, be proud of yourself. I mean, like, if you're still here, you still breathing, even for those who are not. Like, I mean, life, we shouldn't have shame. That's a really old construct that we're here to tear down anyways. Like, I made a fool of myself. I think the DM is just probably feeling a little foolish about those times where they manipulated and lied. Maybe it was a potential that they felt they were innocent and they were doing the right thing. Who knows? You never know, like, people's motives. You just got to check your intentions. What else? I feel like there's definitely more. But if there's not DM, I mean, feeling kind of like hard on themselves. Maybe they're thinking about their potential. Like, what could I be? As they're sitting in this suspense, it's like, what could I be? Let's look at some tarot. And see what themes kind of come up. What comes up for the DM? Alright, DM. Oh, that wasn't a great shuffle there. Alright, DM. Oh, sorry. Never fails. I always have to knock it. Alright, DM. Ten of Feathers, but it kind of came out in reverse. Ten of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords energy. Let's keep going. Yeah, they feel really bad about situations. They're feeling guilty and unfortunate. Nine of Feathers. Oh my gosh, the grief. Yeah, divine masculine. You are definitely not using this suspended time with your thoughts in a productive way. I think maybe you're purging. That's actually what I'm going to say. I think it's just purging. It's got to come up. The Nine of Feathers, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. Energy is just definitely just guilt and grief and stress and anxiety and pain. And over the Six of Shells, over the Six of Cups, you're reminiscing, feeling nostalgic about childhood issues, relationships, past regrets, relationships. Did I say that? I think I did. Elephant, Bear of Justice, so the Justice card. Oh my God. And the Lovers, the Honeybee, Heart Awakener. Divine Masculine is feeling just so anxious, guilty, and pained at past choices of not making truthful, authentic, respectable choices. They just feel really guilty about that. They feel like, oh man, I was innocent. Like, I got the raw deal. Like, they tarnished me from my image, and I was kind of made until death do us part isn't enough. I was super committed. I was innocent, and then feeling like maybe that potential didn't work out. The things that they did, they made a fool of themselves. They're feeling, the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords is just like, and especially over these issues with the Justice and the Lovers card, the choices made towards making reconciliation or making amends or, just maybe even soulmate type issues. I want to get some more information because I'm like, what is this about? Because it could be the Lovers, with the Six of Shells, it's definitely has to do with regret and sadness over something in the past, a love relationship in the past, or something that The bearer of justice that they just made a fool of themselves. They weren't able to tell the truth with. They didn't bring justice to that situation. Maybe they were suspended in their journey. Maybe potentially they manipulated the situation, and now they're thinking like, did I make the right choice? I didn't make the right choice. They're feeling grieved about it, and they want to do the right thing. Divine Masculine is definitely thinking like, oh man, I need to bring justice. I need to bring through the justice on whatever the Six of Cups could be. Romantic, like maybe even childhood or family issues, past life, karma, just things that are plaguing their mind, the Nine of Swords. I keep saying Nine of Swords and the Ten of Feathers. Let's get some more information on what is that about. What is the Nine of Swords and Ten of Swords about? Let's get into the masculine's madness. You are so tempting. I can't let go. I know we are meant to be, and I'm committed to our love commitment. Oh my goodness. Okay, Divine Masculine, I know I keep saying it, and I definitely pointed it out in my last video that you're the lover in this balancing act of energies. Like, I know there has been a hard distortion many eons, and I think that's why it's pushed us apart, or there hasn't necessarily been able to be like this consciousness of union, because the masculine doesn't understand that they are the lovers. They are the lovers. They are committed to this love. And the Temptress, it could be that they're just having grief over, like, maybe there were situations where they were tempted by other lovers, tempted by other situations, tempted by other friends to do the things. They didn't do the right thing. They lied, they manipulated the situation. This, to me, potentially, it keeps looking like the forbidden fruit, though, doesn't it? I don't know. It looks like, I don't know, but it's, like, not yummy in the inside. To me, that doesn't look... And it could just be the lighting. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to look good. To me, right now, I'm getting like this no. Like that's not a good piece of fruit. Like they were tempted by the potential of other situations, and that's now making them sad because they didn't choose maybe the love that they genuinely were committed to. They chose something else that, took them more into like a painful, grieving outcome, which is where they are now. And it's like, I can't let go. I'm grasping at the thought of this Six of Cups reconciliation, that potential is really fucking with their head. Like, what could it be? What could it have been? I can't let go. That potential is like really keeping them up too. So with that Nine of Feathers, it's like, what could have been if because they were committed. They were committed. They just maybe the choice that they made. That's so interesting. When you're committed to something, wouldn't you necessarily make that choice? And so maybe they feel foolish because they were manipulated somehow. Maybe they got lied to, and they really did feel like they were innocent in the situation. Sure, it's all ding. Like, yes, that was the confirmation. They got played. But at the same time, like I said, we're adults. You got to take responsibility for yourself. Like, maybe you weren't taught before how to see your actions as having effects, like you kind of have to plan sometimes. I mean, you can't always just know what's going to happen, and maybe that's just what it is that now they're just like, damn, I didn't see that coming. Like, that took me on a whole different course in that whole whatever that situation was. That got them played or has them thinking about the past and has them painfully, trying to end situations. I mean, it's a 10, but still with the 9, they're still thinking about it. It's still like thinking about like, man, the potential of where that could have went. Like, I am suspended by that. I can't let go. I'm in like, they're really in their head. Why? Because it's like, I didn't do the right thing. I didn't make the right choice. I didn't bring justice. to this situation, even though I was committed. Like, maybe they need to come back around. Divine masculine, if you know that you are committed and you know that you're meant to be with someone, don't think that it's too late. Because guess what? Usually, depending on how you can communicate with your other person or with yourself or however it goes, it's like sometimes it's just communicating what you need to get off of your chest. There's 9 of Swords, like you need to communicate your 6 of Cups. Like maybe you need to just confess, like I didn't make, that's the Lovers, the choices. You could just tell, I didn't make the right choice. Like I want to go back and say to reconcile. You don't always have to like make action. If it's bad, you can always send energy or just something. Like basically, if you know that you can make amends and bring the justice, do it, because you really want to do it. You can't let go of it. Like it's really like even blocking your mind, that potential of like what could have been if I had did the right thing, or maybe just even made amends, or in my mind I'm hearing like just made the effort to try to do what was right, what you felt was right. And you can always go back, because we're suspended right now in this moment. There's a lot of uncertainty. Like time right now is a funny thing, ain't it? Day something of the quarantine is funny. I was like, text my sister and my mom. I was like, day something, like started making clothes for the cats or something. I was like, whatever. But we're all suspended right now in our journey and considering the potentials, divine masculine, of where in the past maybe childhood issues start with yourself. Like maybe there was choices that you made to yourself where you're like battling like, I was innocent, like if you feel guilty for yourself, if you feel like, you know what, I got played and I got put through this journey, you can bring your own justice. Lord, if this wasn't something that I learned last year, is that you have to bring your own justice. You absolutely cannot. Basically, it's like forgiveness in a way. It's like it releases you from the past. It's like it releases you and others from the past. So it's like you have to bring your justice. You will do it. And because you can't let go, these thoughts are just plaguing you. All these thoughts of the lies, the manipulations, the times you feel so foolish. Then you were committed and it was like, damn, that was painful, even that it had to end. Like, it got played. Like that tempting situation that you were so committed to just got played. It happens to everybody. But if you're grasping at these thoughts of the potentials of the what ifs, just go back, please, and remember that through your self-forgiveness, through remembering that you're doing the best that you can with what you had at the time, you can go back and bring truth and honesty and reconciliation to the situation. The 6 of Shells is about reconciliation, is about making amends and like joy over like generations, like even healing childhood things. Like I said, start with yourself, then you can branch out and reach out to others. Like you can't let this go. It's bugging you, because potentially right now you're like, oh my gosh, my journey is like stalled. And in a sense, maybe you're making moves in another way, but your spiritual journey is really tapping, because that 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, that means, you know what, Spirit's tapping you at nighttime, telling you, you know what, these hurtful situations, that, there's times you feel under pressure into the depths of sadness. You're letting the 9 of Swords, these thoughts at night, crush you. When you can choose, because the Lover's card is also about decisions, you can make the choice. What are you going to choose, You do have to feel what you feel so that you can overcome and acknowledge those times. Like, I felt fucking foolish. It's okay to say that. I fucked up. I made a fool of myself, and it hurt. And it caused this so much pain. It caused this thing to die. Then I had to start over. potentially, there's so much potential within divine masculine. Harness the chi, maybe. Start with yourself. Make that choice. And it's cool. It says heart awakener, heart chakra. Let us look at how divine masculine, what are some, I want to use these. Okay, divine masculine, let's see what just kind of get off your chest a little bit. Some of the things that you're feeling, some of the emotions. I mean, we went through those. Is there anything else? In love. Oh my. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah. All right, divine masculine. You are the lover. Oh my gosh. Oops. Hold on. Let me put that down a second. You're the lover. 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 You're in love. You're the lover. Oh man. You know what's crazy is this one, humiliated, is on the bottom. And you feel foolish. You feel foolish. Where'd it go? I feel so, like maybe you feel foolish for the lies that you told. Oops. I dropped one. And you know what else was brand new that popped out? So maybe you are still feeling inspired. Brand new. What else? All right. Where did that? Oh, I lost it. There's like 100 cards in here, so forgive me. It said brand new. It said brand new, innocent, maybe, potential, to start over. You can dream again. The 10 of Swords also means there's nowhere else to go. It's dead. You can start over. It will regenerate. You know, if you feel foolish and you feel humiliated because you were in love and you didn't choose it, or you maybe lied and manipulated or just allowed other things to tempt you out of it, you can always kind of just, I guess, make a choice. If you know something in your heart, if you know something in your soul, there's potential on your journey to always create. That's, you know what, that spider card is actually kind of cool because you can make a new web every day. You guys think, oh, we're not spiders, and every day we have to like make a web if it gets knocked down or if like the food didn't come. It's like, I don't know. I don't know where it went to now, but it was suspended. But it was the spider, so there it is. You could be suspended, wondering what the fuck am I gonna do? Well, you know, make a choice. Heart awakening. Let's see what else. A few more. Drained. I bet divine masculine you are, because the 9 of Swords got you up late at night, anxious and grieved, and the 10 of Swords got you tired and just dead. You're drained thinking of this. Well, you know what? If you're under that pressure, drain it. You're sinking, you know. Drain the depths of sadness. You're drained, you're tired. Set it down. It's time to set it down. That's why. You holding on to this 9 of Swords energy and reminiscing a lot about the past when you can make amends. You can... In my mind, I'm hearing Teshuvah, because like the way that I learned what that means is like to do the right thing, kind of like to turn yourself back around, like after you've done something. It's like go make it right again. Mad, withdrawn. So the suspense as well is just kind of having Divine Masculine feeling a lot of frustrations. Maybe someone has withdrawn from you and it's got you mad, Divine Masculine, and you feel humiliated. But that's okay. This withdrawn, make sure that, you're taking... You need time, Divine Masculine, to be able to choose what type of thoughts that you're going to hold about the past love. Okay? Past loves. If you want to be a good guy, or the good guy, whatever that means, you want to make amends, you want to be committed to something, you see the potential of something, and you want to jump in, I think that what these cards and the energy is saying is that you are the one holding yourself to these thought patterns and actions and decisions, because Divine Masculine, nobody moves you. If you don't want to do it, the thing is that there's the Divine Feminine who can get you motivated to do stuff, but at the end of the day, you still have free will. So you're not going to do anything that you don't want to do. This suspension is actually what you've called to yourself too, because you don't want to live falsely anymore. You want to make decisions from your heart. And that takes time. You have to pull back your energy. It takes ending old painful cycles to say to yourself, I was foolish. I manipulated a situation. I got in too deep. I let temptation get the best of me. I just kind of clung to something too long. I was lying to myself is really what it is. You lie to other people all you want to, but you lying to yourself, and that's why it's catching up to you with these thoughts. Don't be mad. Well, be mad, actually. Be mad. Be mad. Be humiliated. Be drained. Be withdrawn. Because then you will remember your potential, to your self-commitment. You are committed to yourself till death do you part. This is your journey. This is your journey to yourself, to who you are underneath everything, all the labels that society has already put on you, the boxes you put in yourself. It's deconstructing that, right? And making those choices for yourself. In that moment, you can suspend yourself to make the choice. What choice am I going to make? The love, am I going to be a lover? Am I going to choose integrity and justice and truth and honesty to, bring harmony and reconciliation to certain situations? Absolutely. I have so much faith. I believe in Divine Masculine. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. I'm so glad that you're going through all this. Do you know that by revealing, you are healing? I feel like you need a card to just basically, give you a little bit of inspiration of the powerful work that you're doing. Congratulations. Thank you for continuing to look at these issues and to actually awaken your heart. Oops, I always knock that. Dive in. See, it's always at certain parts I got to knock in, because you must really be getting into that heart. Let's see. Avoid conflict. So definitely stop beating yourself up. If you, with this Nine of Swords at night, or when these thoughts, the anxiety over the past issues, or maybe just even being in suspense right now, not being able to make certain moves, has you facing certain issues of control issues of in the past, when could you not make moves? It's kind of scary when it's unknown. It shakes kind of childhood issues of security, root chakra security issues when things are unknown, or when you're questioning yourself, when you're feeling I didn't make the right choice, I got played, or I manipulated, I was a liar. I think Divine Masculine's really having a lot of looking at themselves and their karma, and who they are and how they're manifesting now, right? And it's just like, don't beat yourself up. Like, you are both. Like, I know there's like this saying is like, inside there's the two wolves, and it's really, which one do you feed? You know, because they're both in there. So which one are you going to feed today? You know, avoid beating yourself up. Avoid the Nine of Swords, kind of like, I mean, actually, you don't have to. It's crazy that it says avoid conflict, because I'm like, well, don't avoid it if you have to say, you know, just know when, like I said with this one before, is like a risk versus the hazard. When you know you're going to go up and, like, know when to assess. If it's a risk, you can go up and handle it. If it's risky, you could do it. If it's a hazard, why would you do it? You wouldn't go up against something that'll threaten your life. But if it's like, you know, something that'll just have you kind of looking at yourself, know that you don't have to beat yourself up. I think this is what this means. Like the nine of, avoid conflict is just like, don't make yourself sick. That's hazardous. Making yourself sick over the past in situations when you can now bring justice and harmony and commitment or whatever. You can make that choice now. Okay, you don't have to beat yourself up. Avoid beating yourself up in those energies, because this journey right now is crazy, and there's potential. There's so much potential in this suspense. You know, it's so much suspense right now. It's amazing. Whew, spiders are one of those things. Mother Nature's creatures, I guess. But you're beautiful, regardless, Divine Masculine. I really hope that this was fun for you. It was fun for me, and I see you on the next one. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Chowda.